Hello Focus fans, welcome to Real Destinations, where we tour the locations that make our favourite movies look and feel real. And it's been a little while, but we are excited to be back on the road once again and in our favourite city. Hello London!
So what brings you down then?
I'm studying London College of Fashion.
Last Night in Soho follows young Eloise, an aspiring fashion designer who moves to the city to chase her dreams. But these dreams soon turn to nightmares as Eloise starts to have visions that bleed into her reality.
When do you come in?
Whenever I'm in a new city, I always love to check out the local bar scene, and luckily Last Night in Soho is set right in the middle of London's thriving nightlife. And who better to give me a tour of the locations than the co-writers Christy Wilson-Cairns and Edgar Wright. Hi guys.
Hi. Hello.
Should we check out the Toucan?
Of course.
Okay, follow me. Welcome to the Toucan. Now from that name you might be expecting some kind of tropical tiki bar, but this popular Irish pub was named after the Guinness Toucan. So cheers guys.
Cheers.
Cheers to Soho.
Soho.
Woo! Come on Ellie, keep up. Let's go! Edgar, tell me about the initial idea for this film and how much was it driven by the fact that you wanted to shoot here in Soho?
In the 27 years that I've lived in London, I think I've spent more time in Soho than any other neighbourhood. It really is, like, to me, the sort of heart of London and the darker heart of the city as well. The two kind of coexist in plain sight, so it's a source of much obsession.
If I could live any place and any time, I'd live here in London in the 60s.
When I came here for film school, I lived above a strip club on Dean Street and I worked here at the Toucan for about 5 years. So I had lived some of the film, both the seedier aspects of it and like the showbiz side of it.
Tell us a little bit about the history of the Toucan, because I know in the 60s it was a Greek restaurant.
Yeah, it was a Greek restaurant. Jimi Hendrix played here. It was like one of the hot music spots and it's a very small pub. So it's like sometimes you're like, how did that
fit in
happen?
here?
Action. We recreated this bar at Ealing Studios and it looked very, very similar. I think actually we stole quite a lot of the stuff from the walls and put it onto the set, especially a lot of the Guinness memorabilia, the vintage stuff. There's scenes that we shot in the real bar upstairs and we obviously shoot outside, and we also shoot the kind of the stairs going out to the street, which when I was setting up the shot, Terence Stamp said, "You're not going to use this shot in the movie, are you?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" And he goes, "This doesn't belong on the cinema screen."
I'm on Goose Place, number 8.
Here we are on Googe Place, the location of Ms. Collins' townhouse. This street makes several appearances in the film, and as you can see, this shop was remade into a French bistro, complete with a flashing neon light that bathes Eloise's bedroom in dramatic colours.
I thought rather than have her in Soho, it'd be interesting to have her in Fitzrovia because a lot of students live in Fitzrovia. And then the London College of Fashion itself is one of those amazing, like, brutalist buildings from the early 60s. We used the real building inside and out in the movie, which is probably the busiest place in London.
Is it difficult seeing how Soho is such an active place?
When we were talking about actually filming the movie, we sort of wanted to take the bull by the horns and say, no, let's actually shoot it in Soho. And that's tough because Soho is 24/7. So it required an enormous amount of planning, but I'm really proud that we didn't have to fake Soho anywhere else, you know?
Killer.
It is.
There's a proper witching hour in Soho.
After midnight, the kind of whole chemistry sort of changes and it immediately feels kind of like sort of different.
This is Newman's Passage, a historic alleyway where Eloise finds herself in a horrific situation.
Any Soho night, your chances of running into somebody who is pretending to be something they're not is high.
It's closed.
Not for you.
Some of the iconic scenes in the film take place in impressive cabaret theatres, like the fictional Rialto set here on Greek Street.
can't wait to get back in there.
It's no Café de Paris.
But the very real and quite famous Café de Paris is the setting for one of the most significant sequences in the film when Eloise first crosses into the past and quite literally follows in Sandy's footsteps.
We didn't use the real exterior because the actual street is quite kind of narrow and we needed a big approach to it, so we used a different cinema on the Haymarket. Marcus Rowland, our amazing production owner, created the Café de Paris entrance. We put that big Thunderball marquee up, and then apparently quite a few people tried to buy tickets for Thunderball because they thought it was playing. The actual Café de Paris has a nightclub that's downstairs, so we shot that as a stage. And we made it a little bit bigger than the real one, just to sort of accommodate some of the camera shots we wanted to do. I walked with Dame Diana Rigg, the late Diana Rigg, to the Café de Paris set, and she saw it and she sort of had this kind of moment of reverie where she goes, "Oh, it looks amazing." She goes, "It looks exactly like it did. Oh, you must tell your production designer he did an amazing job."
I can't believe it.
I can.
There are people who walk around a city and never think about the past. And there are people like me and Christy who walk around the city and can't think of anything else.
I just love Soho and to create a time capsule of it. And it was like, you know, the bar I worked in, the street I lived on. And it was very surreal that all these locations were used, and I get to watch the film and be like, "I know that place, I know that place." So yeah, it's special.
Well, Christy Wilson-Cairns and Edgar Wright, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Almost finished. Down it.
It's not
did
that
as well.
great to down a half pint of Guinness.
As always, London proves herself to be a cinematic backdrop for a Focus Features film, and make sure you check out Last Night in Soho to see all of these dazzling locations now playing only in theatres. And stay tuned to visit some new locations in our upcoming episodes. I'm Alicia Malone. I'll see you at the next Real Destination. Bye.